ask you that, how did you evolve into who you are today in the midst of motherhood? Because somebody said you are sophisticated, Sophie. Tell them, Sophia, they know you very deep. So share, cut some soul.
Girl, I've always been that girl with all humility, whatever that means. I've always been that girl. You understand me? An overachiever, a big dreamer, a mind of her own. I grew up in a family of 10 kids, mommy and daddy. And then, yes, every now and then you would see at least 15 people, 20 people in my house, you know how we grew up back home in Nigeria. If you come from a large home, we sleep on mats, and you have to cross over like 3 people to go pee at night. Yeah, that was my life, right? We had cousins, we had aunties. So I grew up in a large house, and what that meant for me was there was a lot of personalities to deal with, to experience. So I've lived my whole life experiencing people of all kind of personalities, and it helped me to just look at everybody and say, you know what, this is the kind of person that I'm going to be. This is who I want to be. This is how I want my life to pan out. I think I sat down one day and I was like, you know what, I feel like I want to be different from what I'm used to. You understand me? I wanted to be more than what I felt like where I grew up was offering me, right? So that was how the Sophia that I am started becoming. I was the loudest in the room. I had something to say. I would dance, I would act, I would play soccer, I would play basketball. Tell me anything that is going to put me in the spotlight or in front of people, I would be there.
You'll be there.
Right? Yeah, so I was that person, that young girl that just had a lot of life inside of her, and she wanted to leave.
Wow.
My parents were really scared and worried because I was the girl who didn't want to play with girls. I wanted to play with boys. You understand me? So I was, and then for the longest time, I was a tomboy. I was a tomboy. I played soccer.
I get it.
I would hop on a moving car and I would jump off an uncompleted building with my brothers. That was the kind of girl that I was not afraid, right? I was not afraid. The only thing that I was afraid of, I feel like, was not having the opportunity to express myself. I think that was my greatest fear as a child growing up. Right? So I was always very, quick to express myself. Given the opportunity, I was very quick to express myself. So I would never say no to an opportunity to stand in a room and talk to people or act or sing. However, you understand me, I was not afraid of the spotlight per se. And over time, it started becoming, what do you want to become in future? And I was like, so what is this person that I am, this passion, this vibe, what is it giving in the future? And then I started seeing people on TV, and then I started saying, I want to be like them. I want to be a newscaster. I want to be a news, whatever they do on TV, that's what I want to do. And that was how my life just rearranged. My mom wanted me to be a nurse or a doctor.
I can imagine.
I was like, I don't like blood, mommy. I don't want. I cannot stand
blood,
people.
right?
I cannot stand pain. I cannot stand hurt, seeing people hurt. You understand me? So how am I going to be a doctor, really? And then I was like, okay. My mom was like, okay, if you're not going to do that one, okay, become a lawyer. I was like, okay, at least I can stand that one because I like to talk. So I'll not argue my whole life away. So, and I tried to go to school and study for law, but God had other plans. And I landed myself a degree in linguistics.
Okay.
And that was the rest of it. And it just, but the focus was still, I want to be on TV. I want to do what people on TV do. I got out of school and I started pursuing that path, and it just kept going. So it was just, I always tell people when I see them, I was like, I knew what I wanted to be. Right from when I was maybe 10 or 5. And later, my sisters were like, there was this news channel, I think it was NT or so. Whenever they start playing the intro to the NTA, as a child, wherever I was, I would run out of the room to come sit down to listen to the news. I was like, I don't even remember that. You know? So, and then they had a commercial. That song stayed in my head forever. I didn't even know the story until my siblings told me that it was one of the biggest, NTA commercials of the year. That so wise, so cool. The sun's gonna shine on everything you
know that, and that sounds
girl. So that it was a commercial, and they play in between the news. And I'm like, I literally know who I was going to be.
Wow, I love that.
And that was how the evolving, started. Yes, and then because of that, I feel like motherhood was not. And I was not afraid to be a mom. I really wanted to be a mom, but I wanted to be a mom who would do everything that she wanted to do. So I never lost passion. I never lost sight of the girl that I was. I never lost. I'm still that girl to date. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care what stage I go on tomorrow. I don't care how far I go to my reach in life. I'm still going to be that 15-year-old girl who has a lot of life in her. Oh no, my inner child. I love her to be. I love her to be alive all the time. So that's why you see me do the things that I do, how I do the things that I do. So
I love it.
Yeah, I had this person that I saw as a child, and I was like, let's go with her. Let's go after her. That was it.
Wow, I love it. I love every bit of it. And it also makes me remind I kind of connect with it so deeply as well, because from time to time, I get these questions from, my friends, random people, and say that, how come with everything going on in your life, you still find an expression for who you are? I'm like, it's not today. It's not today. And, the thing is that we don't grow old in our mind, in our soul. Everybody just say like, your children, they try to call you mommy, but in your head, you are not mommy. You are still in fair.
I'm still just Sophia, the tomboy who loves to play soccer, who loves to run under the rain barefooted, who loves to contend with her brothers. You understand me? Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. Wow, I love it. So can you now, this other question is very related to, many things I've seen you post on. And that is, can you share how you were able to find your purpose, after relocation? Like, you built, I've read your posts, like, if you don't know, I even went to follow you on LinkedIn, because I don't just follow you on Instagram.
I haven't gone to LinkedIn.
I also went to follow you on LinkedIn, connect to you, because if anytime I see something, I can strike it. I'm like, we should belong everywhere.
I know, right? We should be together. This is my vibe.
Absolutely, like, seriously. So can you, because I know a lot of people are actually struggling it, and this is one message that I've seen you preach over and over. So how were you able to find purpose? How were you able to find, because you are a multi-award, don't let us lower it, let's shout it, don't let us be humble about it. Sophia is a multi-award winning journalist in Canada. Is it easy?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay. Canada, the life that I live, the person that I am in Canada, honestly, I did not see how possible.
Wow.
I'll just start by that. I feel like a lot of us have this mindset, when we're relocating to Canada or anywhere in the world, especially
Yeah.
us Nigerians. I would say us Nigerians because that's where I'm from.
Yeah.
Understand me? It could be relative to other people from other countries, or women can relate to this, but let me use Nigeria for
Yeah.
context because I feel like I can understand my people better, you understand me? So when we're leaving Nigeria, there's this part of us that tells us that you have to leave everything you know about yourself, your dreams, your desires, your aspirations. There's that voice in your head that tells you you need to shrink. And you need to shrink for you to be able to survive out in the world. Understand me?
So true.
And I feel like that voice was in my head telling me that when you go there, you have to be calm, you have to take it
And starting
easy.
again from the scratch.
Yes,
Forget who you
to-
are, abandon it.
And then before you know, you begin to think that person is no longer possible. You understand me? And so when we were moving, I remember my husband and I, we were super excited. We were thriving in our careers. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
A week before I came to Canada, I got a management position employment offer from, I'm not going to mention their name, from one of the currently leading media brands.
How did you not reject it? How did you say
Nigeria.
no?
Exactly. And that was the level I had reached. You understand me? I had gone from producer to senior producer. I was now pursuing management. Understand me? Because I think I got that offer. I was briefly the manager of Miss Nigeria company.
Wow.
For a while before, yes, I left and then started my own business. So, and I was like, all these things,
Just
this
like that.
woman, I worked so hard to be here, and I'm going to just, ditch everything and then go start from nothing.
Nothing.
Basically, nobody knows your name. All they know about you is, an immigrant. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
You're just an immigrant person, you understand me? So I came here, the first year was so hard. It was so hard. Like I said earlier, I have a lot of life. I have a lot of energy. I have a lot, I feel like there's so much I have to give to the world. So not being able to be that expressive through my job. I didn't have a job for a year and 3 months. So imagine me that period, really. I was a shadow of myself.
No, like
I did not like myself. Yeah, I did not like myself. And I started shrinking deeper and deeper into that dark, lonely, isolated woman without purpose, living in previous glory life. I was just shrinking deeper and deeper. Then one day I was like, no, nobody has told you no yet. Nobody has stopped you. Yeah, nobody has really stopped you from becoming, from continuing to become. Why don't you just keep, pursuing her in any way possible? Yes, you don't have a job. Well, what are the things that you can keep doing, you understand me, before the job comes? And that was when I'm a Christian, so and everything that I do, you understand me, I work with God. I'm always asking God, like, what do you need me to learn in this season of my life? Who am I supposed to be in this season of my life? What am I supposed to be doing in this season of my life? And I remember in 2022, I made that prayer again. I was like, Lord, let your will be done. I no longer want to be bothered about this unemployment. In fact, it doesn't define me. I'm still that girl. I'm still that woman who has achieved so much, who had 2 businesses. This is just a phase. So I started shifting my mind. You understand me? I started zeroing out the noise of it's all over for you. You understand me? You've lost your ambition, your dreams are not valid or possible here anymore. I started shutting her down, and I started telling myself who I am. You understand me? Who I was. I started reminding myself.
Your mind.
Yeah, I started going back to the things that I had done, started reposting them, you understand me? Looking at my old videos, just reminding myself of my abilities, my strengths, you understand me, and my skills. And in that process, I realized that, okay, I feel like this is a preparation phase for me. Let me just enjoy it and prepare and wait. And that was it. I started doing all the things that I loved. I came back to social media actively, posting, you understand me, showing up, even if it's just to have fun with my kids. Because at the end of the day, I'm always going to be a mom.
Yeah.
And I don't want my kids to see me sulking and just, wallowing in self-pity for life.
And all of that.
So I had to snap myself out of it. I'm like, hey, we don't do that here. Get out. You understand me? So, and I told myself that if I can do it in Nigeria, I can plant. I can do it anywhere in the world.
Absolutely.
Because I strongly believe that wherever you're planted, you can thrive. As long as you have the willpower to continue to push yourself and pursue the things that you want. So that was what I did. I started equipping myself with skills, learning the market here, kept applying, because for a while I actually gave up. I just whatever.
We do have a similar term, like,
So I just had to tell myself that, see, listen, to any woman listening to this, I don't know what position you are in life, but when you hear I'm still that girl, I need you to take it with every inch of who you are. Like, you're still that girl.
You understand
me? The girl who went to school, graduated, you understand me? You're still that girl. It means you can still have an MSc, you can still pursue a degree, you understand me, a master's program, a PhD, you understand me, while still being a mother and a great wife to your husband,
that's
me, adjusting into life in a new country, you understand me? It's for you to just understand that the person that I am is not dead.
Preaching sister.
Yeah, she's just going through a phase, and phases always end. They have expiration dates.
Always end.
So as an immigrant, you need to understand that, okay, I'm unemployed right now. It's still the process, you understand me? Still the transitioning process of my coming here. So and another thing I want us to also do, which I think I forgot to do, was understanding the phases of immigration. There are phases. I wrote something recently and it did very good. I wrote that you're going to be unemployed. You will.
Things nobody will tell you.
You might as well just start.
Yeah, some people say I got a job 3 weeks into Canada.
No
it's
problem.
Okay. You're happy for
you
that.
You were unemployed for 3 weeks.
Good.
You were unemployed for 3 weeks. You were unemployed for 1 month. You were unemployed for 2 weeks. You understand me? It's not magic. I feel like there's a timeline we all come with. And that's what is keeping us depressed and just destroying our hope. You understand me? You come in, you breathe.
You relax.
You come in, you breathe. You understand me? Because it's in your relaxation that you can actually approach everything from it.
I tell
you. Understand me properly. But
you can strategize.
Chaos, you understand me? If you're sad, if you're angry, if you're resentful, if you're regretting, you understand me? How are you even going to think straight?
Not at all. Not at all.
You understand me? You're just going to waste a whole year where you could be in that 1 year, get a great certification course in a particular skill, learn a new skill, meet people, and 1 year can just go like that. And then when you get the job, you're like,
I need that time.
I like this.
Oh, so you know.
So I really had to tell myself that if I was the person that I was back home in Nigeria,
Mm-hmm.
it means I can still be even more
More.
out here. And guess what? That was what happened. I've become more than the
Wow.
woman that I am back home. I never imagined receiving an award in Canada. I did not come to Canada to receive awards. I just came
Yeah.
here to, get the experience, get a degree, start a life with my family. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
want too much.
Yeah.
But girl, right now, I want as much as the world can
Oh,
give.
I love that. I love that. I love that. Like every statement you made, it's so full of hope, so full of reassurance. A lot of people actually need it. Like when I'm actually posting this video, I'll make sure I cut that area and I post it separately for
No, we
a
need
girl
to.
out there to
We need to,
listen and say,
especially for women. In fact, let me even address us women when we
mhm,
relocate. See, let me tell you, sis, or mama, whatever it is you're going through right now. Understand me? As an immigrant woman or as someone who's just moved to a new place and is starting all over, I need you to understand two things. There are seasons and there are phases that you're going to have to pass through. And the only way you can actually overcome the stress of feeling overwhelmed or unwelcomed, you understand me, is when you actually address it from, like, step away from it all. Step away from all the chaos, from all the unbelief, from the noise and the voices in your head, from the comparison mentality.
say
Because you've
that
seen that
again.
lady, you've seen that woman who came and under 2 weeks, her life is sorted. You don't know her story.
You don't. You don't even know where
So
she's coming from.
you cannot use 2 seconds clip on Instagram or
Mm.
TikTok or a well pro like a well planned content. You cannot use that to judge yourself. Your process is different from another person's process. Your journey is different from another person's process. You lose sight of where you're headed when you begin to look at other people.
Wow. Wow.
You understand me?
Side.
You
Yeah.
begin to look at them, you lose sight because now you're stuck in their life instead of focusing in your life. So now the things you were supposed to learn and become in that process, in that season of unemployment, you're distracted because you're looking at another person and trying to project that person's life into your life. Meanwhile, there is no correspondence. Like, it's not a collabo.
It's not
possible.
This one is not collabo.
You understand me? You're this, she's that way, you're this way. Yeah. So you need to focus on what phase you are in as a new mom to Canada or anywhere in the world. You need to pause and understand, what is this season teaching me? What am I supposed to be doing in this season? Am I just supposed to be a mother right now? And you settle into being a mom. Am I supposed to just be a wife right now? You settle into being a wife. You understand me? I think that was what helped me so much. I settled into that unemployment phase, and I was just enjoying motherhood, enjoying this place that I really wanted to come to. Then the next thing you should do is that when you're relaxing and sitting, I'm not saying don't do anything, no, darling. I'm not saying that. There's a million and one things you could be doing. Your job does not define you. Your job does not decide who you're going to become in future. You can stay in. People are making millions of money from the comfort of their houses, with their phones, right? So what can be working for you at that point, even if it's not going to yield money? Can you intern? Can you go for? There are a lot of certification programs on LinkedIn, on Udemy, and Coursera. There's a lot of things you can be learning. You understand? It could be a skill as simple as braiding. It could be a skill as simple as sewing. You go to the thrift store, you grab a machine, and guess what? In a year's time or two after you've gotten the job, you'll be like, I want a side hustle.
I know.
That skill that you learned while you were unemployed, my darling,
will come
It
and
will bring the money.
yeah, yeah.
So that's the two things. The phase and the phase you're in. What are you doing with that phase? You understand me? There's a lot to be done in that phase.
There's the Lord. There's the Lord. I mean, it's so like everything you said is so on point, because that was what happened to me. Like when I came into Canada for about 8 months, I was at home with my kids because my son couldn't start school because the way the education is like. And my daughter also was just so small that no daycare was willing to take somebody less than one, like a baby less than one. And all I was doing at that point was I was literally taking a lot of certifications. I mean, I went online. I would be then, because I was still breastfeeding my daughter then. I'll be breastfeeding. I'll be typing my laptop, and because I knew that, I was like what you said, that you need to understand the phase that you are. I knew this is the phase. But one thing that you also said that actually resonated like 100% and 100% more was that I told myself, if I can do it back in Nigeria, I am still that girl. Like, it's still the same word. One thing is like the color of my skin might not be the same as the color of the skin of where I am, but one thing that is universal is knowledge. Water is water in Nigeria as much as water is in Canada. And I told myself, see, what you know is a universal one. All you have to do is find a way of slicing every part of you into different sections and map it with different places that needs it. So they might not be able to take the entire part of you. Like if you're presenting the entire part of you to everybody, they're going to be confused. They've never been in your world in Nigeria. And the accountants will do, administration will do. Now you're not saying, if you see me like this, they will think you're the one that is confused.
All around that.
And that was what I did. So I began to slice, my skills, my experience. And that was what broke it through for me, literally. I enjoyed my face because there's no way I'm going to put my kids. After all, when you go walk and work, without those children, really, your life is just going to be like, but thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. I really, I 100% resonate with every thought of yours. So my next point of conversation is, what are the I can do moments and the day happen for you? Living in Canada, what are the I can do moments that you have in your career? You say, I can do this.
I can become a keynote speaker in Canada. And I became a keynote speaker. I can become a coach in Canada. And I became a certified coach in Canada.
Wow.
I can start a business in Canada. And I started 2 in Canada.
Oh my God. We just went to this section again. Wow.
I can, what else? I can have a baby and still keep going. And I did. She's 6 months old. And I keep going. She was 3 months old, and I was on stage as a keynote speaker.
Oh my gosh.
So there's us women, we are full of possibilities. Wow. Oh my God. I look at my strength sometimes and I'm like,
hey, that get
relax. I look at myself sometimes and I'm like, there's no stopping you.
There's no stopping.
Especially since I became a mother. I used to think that my life, you know what I realized this year with my son? I realized that there was never a time that motherhood has actually stopped me from doing what I want to do.
From pregnancy,
I just followed the trend, because that is the trend of a lot of conversations when you have a child. You know how sometimes trends and stuff can influence us.
Yeah, so true. People say, what did you stop?
I realized
stop their career because of pregnancy and all of that.
I was backing my son, my first son, to work as a senior producer, as head of production back in Nigeria. I was backing him to work, to film programs and events and stuff, I was, with my daughter's pregnancy, with my second, I was, I think, 8 months or 7 months pregnant or 6 months pregnant. And I would go to Ajah Market, See, early in the morning, I would sit down with the the people who import thrift items, and I will sit down and I will hustle thrift stuffs. I will go home, I will iron it, I will take pictures, and I started a business.
Wow.
So no, motherhood has never really stopped me. Is it overwhelming? Is it hard? It can be hard. But has it propelled me to become the woman that I am today? Absolutely. 100%. You understand me? I feel like a lot of women need to actually sit with themselves and realize that, actually, the person that I am, the reason I have kept going was because I became a mother. I became a mother. You understand me? It was when I was pregnant with her, I was like, you know what? I want to go do a master's. I don't just want to go to Canada. I want to go and I want to, you understand me, bag a degree while at it. And I did just that. She was barely 2. I think she was 1 at the time when we left. You understand me? So when I look at the fact that I have people who are really depending on me to become somebody in life, girl, I have to keep
you
going.
Go all out.
So there's a lot of things I have said. I can do this. Let me tell you, I just started my photography business. I just launched the photo studio while I was 2 months postpartum. 2 other kids. Yeah, there's a lot of women need to know that.
Like the way you push, there's a lot of things inside of you that you need to push.
You have to keep going, mama. You have to keep going because your children would be so proud. Girl, see, your I can moments are not possible until you just can it. You just catch it and can it.
Wow, I'm inspired. Ginger, like you've ginger.
Honestly,
you've ginger.
Whatever you want to do, whatever you've been thinking you want to do, I need you to just do it. You need to just do it. If it doesn't work out, you pause it. Yeah. You pause it and then you re-strategy. You step away from it. I am so good at stepping away from things. People know things, so you cannot shame me. I did not fail. I can never be a failure. If the business did not work, I shall step away and I shall be back.
I shall be back again.
I'm not a failure. Did I do it? The success is in attempting. My success is in even thinking about the idea and bringing it to life. Yeah, that's where the success lies. Not the destination.
Wow.
Not the destination.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. I mean, so inspiring, so ginger. Like my icon moment is when I saw your page. I said, me and Sophia can be on this live, and I reach out and I did it.
And we did it. Someday now we'll probably have a show. It will be like a proper. Anything is possible when you're a mom. Anything.
Like, motherhood is not it's not an excuse. Like you can keep pushing it through. Wow.
It doesn't take away from you. Well, sometimes now I cannot wear my heels. I want to wear my heels, but my knees are breaking. They're paining me. I can't wear my heels. That one I can understand, but everything else, let's do it, Jerry. We need these kids to be proud of us.
Oh, so they don't use another person as their role model in the future.
Yes. They'll look at me. Exactly. I'm not about to let my children come out. No, they have to say, my mommy is
my mentor, my best friend, my role model, and mommy's gonna be like,
don't you see all these actors during the Oscar getting their awards and they're like, I'm just want to dedicate this to my mother. I'm about to be that kind of mother. Thank you.
I love it. Thank
you.
And the beautiful thing is that when you stop, is a motivation ground for your kid. Because if my mom can do this masters, excuse me, what is my excuse?
I know, right? I'm thinking PhD next. They need to see that it's possible.
Dr. Sophie in the building.
See how that makes sense?
Yeah.
Let me go tell my husband.
In the building.
Let me go tell him.
ask you, can you share some motherhood and career conflicting moments when motherhood and career was going themselves, and how were you able to navigate it?
Motherhood and career conflict. Motherhood.
It took you to like think back for you to remember.
I have lost.
Oh yeah, tell us. How did you do it?
So I was pregnant. I had a job,
Okay.
I was a senior producer at this firm back home in Nigeria.
Okay.
And I was like, I think I'm due for something bigger. So I went for a job interview.
Okay.
But I had just found out I was pregnant. I passed the interview, my darling. I passed the interview with flying colors.
Wow.
I'm an over sincere person.
Okay.
So I was like, while we were just having conversation with the HR, she was like, oh, you understand me? You know when they've already told you that,
Yeah,
you understand?
Yeah.
And then I immediately said that, I'm pregnant.
Oh my God.
They sent me an email saying that they cannot go forward with the employment. And the person who notified me about this job told me that she wished I had not, that it was because I was pregnant, because the role is an active one. You have to travel, you have to work all night, so they don't think a pregnant woman would be fit for that role. And at that point, I just laughed because I'd already gone past the fact that motherhood can take away from me. You understand me? Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, guess what, my darling?
We go back to
that same firm waited for 1 year and sent me an email offering me that job. So that's proof that I did get the job. That was proof.
Wow.
Yeah. So you can say that was where it conflicted, right? Because I was pregnant and you didn't give me a job I was qualified for. I didn't feel hurt. I think my husband and I took ourselves out that day and we even laughed about it. We're like, you understand me? But there was something inside of me that felt hurt. You understand me? And that's why I never forget that story. There's something inside of me that felt hurt. Like, I deserved this job. I was just about 2-3 months gone. There was no reason to not have given me that job because I had done other jobs. You understand me? My being a mom had never gotten in the way of me doing a job. Like I said, I used to back my son to be on production sets. I could employ a nanny, and stuff like that. There were options. Motherhood is not supposed to, understand me, stopping a woman from doing what she loves to do. But at that point, being pregnant took a job from me. So I guess that was a moment that it stayed with me forever, and it will stay with me forever because I'm like, this isn't right. You understand me?
It's not.
And then there was the part where I then moved to Canada with my kids.
Okay.
It's like we were supposed to immediately start applying for jobs, and I did, just like every other woman. But the only problem was my kids had no schools to attend. There were no schools taking them at the time, and I remember trying to I remember setting up a desk in my room, and I got this employment offer for customer care call center, and I set up the whole thing. I was still doing training, and I was doing my practicals one day. My 2 kids stormed into the crib.
Not even one of them. I said, no way.
Guess what? I just got off the phone and I started crying. I got up. I just started crying. They were crying. I was crying. They were crying. I was crying.
That's you guys.
And as we were crying, I carried my phone. I texted the people. I say, you people have seen my situation. No, it's not gonna be possible. I had to pack up their system. Yeah, I had signed employment offer. And I rejected the job just as as immediately as I got the job.
Oh,
It's
wow.
funny. So
Oh,
yeah.
gosh.
Now
Wow.
it's funny.
It is.
Then it wasn't funny.
I know, right? Oh my gosh, I know.
It
As
wasn't funny.
in,
So yeah.
I
So
know, like
motherhood,
you brought
sometimes it's
you also actually brought like two memories to my head like that. I remember like
mm,
I recently made a post recently. I was like, oh, when I was in Nigeria, when my dream job actually landed, I was pregnant. I just found out I was pregnant, you know.
I saw the post, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I wanted to say, I'm pregnant. But I was like, I knew like I needed this job, and I was doing everything possible, you know. Thank God I was able to navigate, but I was doubling my effort. That was it. I was
Yeah.
doubling my effort because I don't want them to like a man will always feel like, you know, my bosses then were men, and I'm sure they might always feel like, oh, maybe pregnancy, because everybody have different reactions, right? So
Yeah.
but I was doubling up. In fact, the next time they would be the one to say, sit down. I'm like, don't worry. Even when I'm feeling uncomfortable, I was still like double up. And I also remember when
Yeah.
I got to Canada to that, we have interviews because my husband was busy then, usually not at home at that point. I will have an interview, you know. Do you know what I would do is I would give my son a cartoon, and my daughter I would look for like when I want to choose interview time, I would look for a time that she usually like her sleep routine. In fact, there are times that I even like times she will still wake up. I will find a way of putting breast in her mouth and say, "Job for love, my baby, Jackie, let me just get this job." You know, it's not so easy, but thank God we
Yeah,
navigated. It was
I
that
feel like
strength.
the society always, makes it seem like women need to double up to prove
Yeah,
themselves,
to prove
just to
themselves.
not
Yeah,
feel like. In fact, no, they make us feel like we need to double up. You understand
yeah.
me, to prove ourselves as women. Then if you now have kids, it's even
It's like
crazier.
triple
You
up.
understand me? Yeah, you have to, as much as possible, keep proving yourself
Yeah,
because yes, sleepless nights, okay, but I'm gonna be awake when I need to work,
when I
right?
need to work, right.
Again, motherhood is not an easy job. It is a job and it's not an easy one. There is no job compared to being a mother.
More than.
Neither is there a job compared to being a parent, right? You understand me? It needs you to
Yeah,
be in it 100%. There's no 50 or 80.
yeah,
But your job, you understand me, you're there for a couple of hours. But as a mother or as a parent, you need to be on guard and you understand me on the job 247. So
wow.
I feel like I can totally relate to you. It's just crazy, but
It is.
it shouldn't be that way. We should be
Yeah,
able to, express ourselves, and we should be able to be accommodated in every field,
yeah.
regardless.
Regardless,
Yeah, as
regardless.
long as it's safe. You understand me? For you, yeah, of course, yes.
Wow, thank you for sharing that. I know our
Sure.
conversation has been so long, and this is going to be the last one. I wrote here that what can a mom who feels stuck at home because of her kids do to break free and start pursuing a career again? I mean, your life, your experiences, your journey has shown it. So here is a woman. I mean, just imagine it. Like I am that woman. I've been stuck at home with my kids, and I still want to do my career. How can I break free? What would be your counsel?
I think you need to remind yourself who you are. You need to remind yourself about your past, the present, and your future. You were once a girl who had dreams, who had ambitions and goals and aspirations. Where is that girl? You need to reconnect with that girl. When you reconnect with that girl, she's going to open a pathway to the woman that you want to become.
Wow.
That is exactly what I did. I've connected with 15-year-old me, 12-year-old me who was fascinated by the people she saw on TV. And she reminded me that I really loved being a speaker. I really love to coach people. I really love to support people, encourage people with my words. And she also reminded me that I used to put my thoughts down into writings a lot. I used to write stories. I would just sit and I'll come up with a story and I'll just put it down on paper. And reminding myself all that gave me insight and clarity into what I can become. Now I'm a writer. I started writing even more. And suddenly she reminded me that this was passion back then, but right now, the woman that you are needs to make it into something more, something profitable, something impactful, something that would benefit you both financially and in all other aspects. So I can write. I started writing. Didn't even have a job. I can write. I can still just write. And I started writing, right? So my number one advice would be you need to reconnect with the version of you who used to dream. Because you might be in a season where you're no longer dreaming because of all the adulting, motherhood, the transitioning and integrating into a new life and starting all over. It can just become a blockage for you to see purpose. But when you reconnect to the woman, to the girl that you used to be, the girl who once dreamed fearlessly, had big dreams that her daddy's paycheck could not cover. The girl who did not dream based on other people's life. Yeah, I would say life, yes, and I mean motherhood.
I get it. Yeah.
At that point, she didn't have kids; it was just you.
It was just you.
Yeah. So she was a bit selfish, but that's good for you now. You need to think about her. You need to go sit with her. Allow her to show you. Let her give you a review of who you are, and she's going to now, from who you are, you're going to see who you can become. Like I said, I used to do a lot of writing. I had jotters. I used to write a lot. I used to read the news in front of the assembly hall at school.
Wow, that's cool. Wow.
So, so every time I see myself on TV, I'm like, that girl, she's dancing. She's like, she's so excited. You understand me? So you need to reconnect with that girl, and she's going to create a pathway for you to see the woman that you become. And while you're in that phase, I need you to understand that there is also something happening. You're never going to be that girl. You're never going to go back. You understand me? You're never going to go back. It's just a pathway. It's a process. You've gone past that process. You understand me? And every part of your journey in life, you understand me, continues to help you become the next person. Push you. It propels you to the next thing. You cannot go from 1 year to 5 years. There's 2 years, there's 3 years, there's 4. You understand me? There's 16. So you need to go back to all your process, your journey so far, and then allow it to remind you of what's possible, who you can become. Because that's what I always do. I really sit with myself a lot.
Wow.
I sit with her a lot, and I just tell her, girl, so where are we now? What can we do?
I love
so what did we used to do for fun that year that we can, used to do something? I've always loved to be in the spotlight, being photographed or in a video. Now I own a studio. You understand me? I own a photo studio that is making money for me and my family, right? So there's unless, and I feel like there's none of us who have become mothers and wives and now, immigrant women that did not have that girl. You understand me? You were once 16. What were your 16-year-old dreams? Understand me? That's why we need to raise girls who begin to dream very early. So with their dreams, they can actually become and keep becoming.
Wow. This is definitely more than an Instagram live. This is a masterclass.
Thank you. Oh my God.
Masterclass. Really,
I am honored.
You see, I'm literally very calm so that I can perfectly, even myself take in. And also I can even cut it, I can cut the video and share and say, That girl, that girl, that girl, that girl.
Yeah, that should be the video. You're still that girl. That should be the caption. You're still that girl, because every woman should just. It's so easy for motherhood to make you stop believing in yourself. It's so easy for motherhood to make you think you shouldn't dream anymore, because you're responsible for other people and you have to sort them out before you. But there's no need for that. We're growing with these kids. Who made us even think we need to pause? Who really made us think we need to pause? My mother was a go-getter. Mother was a hustler, right? She outsourced a lot. And that's what I'm learning now. My mother outsourced a lot, right? And I'm adopting that as much as possible when necessary. I'm also very grateful that I have a partner who is, you understand me, who wants me to keep dreaming. He's so excited when I'm like, babe, so you see, I think I want to do this. He's so excited for that, right? Because he knows that if mommy is happy, everybody is happy.
I know.
And how can mommy be happy?
I know, right?
Mommy loves to have big dreams and pursue her dreams. So please keep dreaming, man. Keep dreaming. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, us women need to keep dreaming. We shouldn't stop. Our kids needs us to keep dreaming, because who is going to be the first person to mirror what it means to have vision and big dreams? It's you. They can't learn it from school. That would be, you wouldn't know what people are putting in them. But when you are the reflection, my daughter told me once that she wants to be like me when she grew up.
Oh,
girl,
I love that. That's it.
You know, I don't care if you know what you meant.
No, give me shoulder pad. You know, this is people are saying that very well shoulder pad.
Nothing to me. My daughter just won't be like me.
Nothing to my shoulder. I love it. I love it.
So yeah, we women need to continue in motherhood to dream, to believe in themselves. Hey, it's going to get overwhelming.
Yeah.
You're going to be tired. You're going to be sore. You know, you're going to be afraid. You understand me? Because you're still just a girl, really.
Yeah, you're still just a girl.
You just have to find a way to balance it. And you have to tell yourself that you have to give yourself permission to keep growing along with the children. So you dream alongside them. Yeah. Keep yourself growing with your kids. Let's shift our mindset from thinking motherhood needs us to stop. It actually just enables us and amplifies all that we are, really.
All that you really are. It's time to push. Just like when you push the baby, you need to push.
You have to keep pushing.
If it's there, pull it out. You need to be pushed. If it's the one they push. Wow. I mean,
you don't stop.
Don't stop. And stuff. Thank you so much, Sophia. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I really appreciate the fact that you were very transparent, you're very genuine. Your thoughts were so from the deep down. I can feel it because every part of it resonates with me, and I'm sure it resonates with a lot of women out there. And thank you for not gatekeeping. Thank you for sharing. And that's even why this.
I'm a girl's girl forever. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a woman's woman forever. I love us women. I don't care how many women hurt me or you understand me. I am going to be a woman's woman forever.
I know, it's so beautiful. It's so, and that's really the purpose of my bed. Like I needed to let's motivate, and it's when you begin to hear it from different women saying the same thing. Everything they get together, you're just like, okay. Some will just wake up one day. I'm like, okay, I can really be who I need to be. I can be. If this person can do it, I can also do it. So thank you for hanging out with me this Saturday.
Thank you so much, Ife.
It's a Tuesday weekend. And we're expecting that Dr. Sophie.
Raise them. Chakam.
You know my daughter is Sophia, so I need to ginger the bigger Sophia. Yes. My dear, you cannot play small. No. I didn't give you this name. I didn't give you this name to be doing. No.
Sophia the first. You have to
Sophia
be the
the
first at all times.
best. Thank you. My love to the family. My
Thank you
love to your
so much,
children. My
Ife.
regards to your
Thank you.
husband. Have a
Thank you.
fantabulous weekend. Send you a lot of love, hugs,
Thank
love.
you.
I'm going to share
It's
this
such a
video.
pleasure. It's
Thank
such a
you.
pleasure.
Thank
I
you.
just also want to
I
say
don't
that.